Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Nirix, and recently I've been playing Marvel Rivals and enjoying it, and I've solo queued from Gold to GM in 2 days, and I just want to give you guys some tips and pointers that assisted me along my journey. So here's my game tracker. As you can see, from the 4th to the 6th, I went from Gold to GM. I got quite a bit of MVPs and SVPs along the way. So here is some recent gameplay from a game I had in Diamond 2 lobbies. It was very close. It ended up being 5-4. Both teams played well over these games. I'm just going to give you, a few tips and key things I've learned during my solo queue journey. So first things first, when you're solo queuing, you always need to have a good attitude towards the game. You got to be trying your best not to get tilted and just remain calm even when you're losing. But you also shouldn't be afraid to tell your teammates when they're doing bad and try to get them to either switch, if they're going negative, revamp the composition. You have to have lots of comms towards your teammates, because during solo queue, you're a one-man army, and it's really good to get the team involved, so it is more like having a stack. So going off what I just said, it's important during solo queue, if you want to be successful, you got to be a flexible player, especially at high ranks, because bans become a thing kind of near Diamond, and you don't want to be the guy that one tricks a character and then when they get banned, you're pretty much useless. You're like a Gold in that category instead of being at the Diamond level with a character. You need to be flexible as a solo queue, because a lot of times teammates aren't going to talk. They're going to want to play who they're going to want to play. You may be good with tank, but there may already be 2 to 3 tanks. You're going to need to be able to play healer, DPS, and tank. And that's why I would recommend being able to play at least 2 characters in each category very well if you want to be successful while solo queuing. Another huge thing for solo queue is comms, and this may be the most important piece of advice that you should take from this video, because comms are everything. Okay, for example, say you have a team that doesn't talk. Just because they don't talk does not mean you shouldn't. Even if they're silent, you should still be giving comms and talking. And if your team is talking, you need to use that to your advantage, because then you basically have a stack. So it's imperative to your success to always calm, even if they're not talking. But if they are, calm even better, because then it's like having a stack. And another important thing about comms is, and I've seen this a few times, is you don't want to overcom. You don't want to be the guy calling everything. You only want to call the important things. For example, if their healer's low, if you see a DPS maybe sneaking around like Iron Man, he's in your backlines, you're like, oh, this guy's preparing for his ult, maybe I should tell Strange, get the shield ready. You want to be calming important things and not over calming and just being a nuisance to your team. So another thing that's very important in solo queuing is understanding teams and team composition. You need to be able to be the guy that's flexible and can adapt to the team composition. For example, if there's a Hulk and Iron Man isn't banned, or a character isn't banned, you want to be running the Iron Man with Hulk, because it's just super good. And say you have a dive squad, you notice your team's playing a lot of dive characters like Spider-Man, Wolverine, Venom. You want to play characters that complement your team and don't go against their composition. You always want to be playing with the team's composition and not against it. Even if you're not used to it, play with it, because it'll help you in the long run for ranking up and just being a better player overall, learning new characters. Also, for being successful in solo queue, you want to master characters. It's very important. You shouldn't be a one trick, but you should have a few characters that you're the best with, you're very good with, and it doesn't hurt for those characters to be meta. As me, I like to play Doctor Strange a lot. He's very meta. There's almost always a Doctor Strange. Mastering a character like Strange or Hela or Hawkeye or Punisher, these meta characters, is very useful because they're meta for a reason. They're extraordinarily useful, they bring multiple things to the team, and they can be ran in multiple compositions. So learning a character and how to play them very well and mastering them is very good. And in order to master a character, I feel like you need to have at least 5 hours on that character. So the final idea I want to talk about is game sense and fully understanding the game and its characters. And what I mean by that is there should never be a time where someone's using an ability and you don't know what it does. Okay? You need to understand every character and all their abilities so you can better understand what they're thinking about. For example, a lot of healers have a lot of stall ultimates and heal ultimates that they're going to use on points in overtime, and understanding when they're going to use their ults and how they're going to use your ults is very important. For example, if I know that maybe their Mantis has her ult and she's going to come want to use it and stall a point, and I'm near her spawn because we're about to win and I have my Strange ult, instead of waiting for them to get to the point and then using my ult because she's going to have a shitload of healing, I'm just going to use my ult at her spawn and keep her there. Another example of this, and this is probably the more important example, is understanding DPS. A lot of DPS have obvious signals that they're going to ult. You'll see the Psylocke. She's going in your backlines. She's kind of looking. She's waiting for the squishies to get together. She's not really poking too much because she doesn't want you to be there, and you know she's there. Well, you should know she's going to ult. It's simple things like that. The Iron Man's flying in our backlines. He's about to ult. You need to be able to predict what other players are going to do based on their actions via your game sense. Anyway, guys, these are some of the basic tips I've learned from solo queuing from Gold to Grandmaster. I plan to make more videos detailing, more advanced and niche things about this game. And this is my YouTube channel. I'm Nirix, and I understand this video is probably not of the best quality. I plan to make my videos better and better, and I really like this game, Marvel Rivals, and I want to help you guys get better. I want to be there, and if you liked the video, I would like you guys to please subscribe or like. I understand probably not that many people are going to see this video, and yeah, if you want to get better, just continue to watch my videos, and if you have any tips for me or things you noticed in my gameplay, feel free to let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys.